The Time Matters Navigator conveniently groups commonly used application features, allowing us to access them in logical workflow layouts. The basic navigator contains 3 tabs. Schedule Activities displays calendar-related activities and views. The Communications tab groups features like the inbox, messaging, phone list, and alerts together. And the Training and Support tab puts help resources at our fingertips whenever we need them. Other tabs may display on the navigator if additional features have been activated, such as billing matters. We can also create custom tabs to aid our preferred workflow processes. Let's go to Options to see how. The Selected Navigators pane shows all the tabs that could display, depending on the features we activate. Let's click Setup and create a new navigator. The Navigators page lists the existing tabs and gives us options to change or delete them. For now, let's click the Add button. We can choose to make the custom navigator available to everyone in the firm who uses the program, or only for the current user, like this one. The new navigator can be based on an existing layout, or, as in this case, created from scratch. We click OK to continue. On the Navigator Designer, let's create a workflow to add documents, and then access the document list. We enter a description for the new tab, called Document, which will appear in the list of available navigators. Then type the name for the tab, as it should display on the main navigator screen. In this case, let's use Document Management. Next, we add the buttons and images to the grid as we want them to display. Let's click the Add Record icon and add a button first. We choose the action to perform when the button is selected, like Add Document. The button label populates based on the action, but it can be changed. We can use the default button image or choose a custom image. From the Time Matters library, let's use the directory image. We could assign an auto-entry form to open with certain fields automatically populated when the button is selected. For the Add Document action, an auto-entry form is not needed, so let's skip that field. The command field is disabled because we already selected a button action. This field is used if we need to customize the action to perform when the button is selected. Let's click OK. The Add Document icon is now shown on the tab. Next, let's add a directional workflow image to the grid. We select Add Record again. This time, we access the Image tab and select a standard image of a right-pointing arrow. When we return to the Navigator Designer, the right arrow has been added to the grid. We can click and drag it to the proper location. We have one more button to add. This time, let's select the button action to access the document list. We'll accept the default label and image and click OK. Our Custom Navigator tab now shows the workflow from the Add Document form to the Document List form. We could add other related activities to the tab, but let's click Save and Close to exit the Navigator Designer for now. The new Document Navigator has been added to the list. When we close the form, we see that document has been added to the Available Navigators pane. Let's click the Add button to include it as a selected navigator. If we want to have the Documents tab appear at a different position on the navigator, we can click it and use the Up button to move it higher in the list. Let's click OK to save the changes. The Document Management tab is now listed on the navigator. When we access it, We see the document icons and images we built on the grid. Now that you know how to customize the navigator, you can find out more about navigating in Time Matters or user-level customization by selecting those lessons.